Welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to our last Inspiring Thought Thursday this year. And oh my God, what a year it was. I don't know what you went through, but I know that, a lot of people say, oh my God, it was an amazing year. Maybe some things were tough, but whatever you've gone through, you came out stronger. And this has been an amazing year in so many ways for many. So, are you ready to round this year off with appreciation and to really welcome an amazing new year with excitement and passion? The thing is, every new year brings a lot of great opportunities, but we need to be ready to see them, to embrace them. Otherwise, we miss them. So make sure that you really welcome an amazing new year. And how do you do it? Well, today in our Inspiring for Thursday, I'll share with you 5 power questions that you can ask yourself right now to round this year off and feel proud and feel gratitude for what you have achieved and who you have become. And then we talk about the 5 power questions you can ask to step up in a much bigger way next year again. Okay, so and then also I'll share with you a couple of fun exercises and things you can do right now in a serious, playful way to really make next year an amazing new year for you. So let's dive into it. Let me share with you the 5 power questions you can ask yourself right now to appreciate this last year, to really end it strong, with feeling proud about what this year brought to you and what you did with it. So the very first question is really like, hey, what have you achieved, right? What have you achieved this year? Like on my side, right? I mean, I achieved so much. Even though I'm a speaker and normally I love being out there live on stage, I ended this year strong. And overall, I increased my income significantly this year again. I attracted a lot of amazing new clients. I learned even more how to speak online and how to use the power of my voice to make a bigger impact to hundreds and thousands of people's lives this year. That's what I've achieved. The next question you want to ask yourself, you say, oh my God, I haven't really achieved that much because this year was tough and I was really rather taking care of my health or someone in my family that needed my support. Well, again, you achieved that, okay? But you could also ask the second question, like, what have I experienced? Maybe you experienced that despite what life threw at you, you could cope with it. You were strong. You were strong for yourself, in your business, maybe for others. Okay, I've experienced so much. Oh my God, I experienced being a speaker at so many summits and podcasts this year. I've also, again, in autumn, I went to a retreat that really, brought my whole mind, body, and soul again to a new level, and experiencing coming live together with so many people. Again, after doing so much online, I really, again, I experienced the intimacy of meeting people live and how important that is, right? And the third question you can ask, so ask yourself, what have you experienced this year that made your life sing, right? And then also ask yourself, what impact did you make, right? What impact have you made on someone else's life? Maybe you made it easier for someone. Maybe you made it more joyful. Maybe you brought joy to someone's life. Maybe you helped someone get more healthy again or see light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you were a beacon of hope for someone, right? I mean, the impact I made is, as you know, I help people to really use the power of their voice, no matter what the external circumstances are, to boost their confidence, to boost their visibility, to get out there, to grow their business. And we are actually right now running our Professional Speakers Launch Program the second time. And when we ran it the first time this year, there was one lady, she didn't speak at all. Now she had already, shortly after, she had 10 speaking opportunities booked, which gets her out there to be invited to new platforms, that helps her gain clients and everything else. I had clients that, attracted quite big new clients that went they went online with their business this year, that, increased their income significantly. That's the impact I help to create, right? And then also the fourth question you want to ask is, what have you learned? Okay. Again, there's a lot of things I have learned this year. Like, again, the more we think, the more we do things in smarter ways, and the more time we take to play, to relax, to recharge our batteries, the more income we create in the end, because it gives us the peace, the joy, the energy, the peace of mind to really do things in a bigger way. So that's what I learned. The less I work, the more I earn was one of my learnings. What did you learn this year? Okay. And question number 5 is probably the most important question of all. Who have you become this year? Who have you become? And it's often not actually that we can see it ourselves. Maybe you have become a speaker. You say, I haven't been a speaker before, I've become a speaker. Or, maybe you say, well, now I reached my million with my business. So you've become a 7-figure business owner, right? Or you say, well, I have even launched my business. Now I am an entrepreneur, right? So, and I am making money with what I'm doing. So ask yourself, who have you become? And often it's not only like we can put a title on who we've become, but it's really also what do we get mirrored back by people? What are they saying of who we have become? Like a friend of mine said recently, oh my God, Monique, you have grown so much as a person. You are so much wiser and more loving and caring and everything else right now. This is who I have become, right? Okay, so these are the 5 questions you want to ask yourself. What have you achieved? What have you experienced? What have you, what impact have you made? What have you learned? Who have you become? And now the good news is you can take these 5 questions and put them straight into your new year and say, hey, next year, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to experience? What impact do I want to make? What do I want to learn? Who do I want to become? Okay, and take time, write down your answers and make sure that you turn your intentions into goals, into a plan, and you really experience it. Okay, so these are the 5 questions you want to ask, and let me share with you a couple of fun exercises you can do at the end of this year. So if you've written a journal, for example, okay, start looking through your journal, read through what you wrote about this year, and ask yourself, ask yourself the question, what were great moments? And even if you haven't journaled, just spontaneously ask yourself, what were the greatest moments this year? And why were they so great? How did they make you feel? And then ask yourself, how can you create moments like these next year again? Or even in a greater way, okay? So what were your greatest moments this year, and how can you make sure you create moments like that next year again? That is one of the exercises I invite you to do. The second one is really fun, okay? Because a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs that I work with, they're not taking enough vacation. And I'm always saying the first thing I want you to plan out. And now as we're ending this year and we're starting next year, if you haven't done that yet, the first thing I'd like you to plan out is your vacation. Okay? When are you taking vacation next year? When will you take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 4 weeks or longer? Put it into your calendar and plan everything around it. Make sure next year you create the experiences and and everything that make your life worthwhile. Okay, that you love to experience next year. Make sure you plan out also your vacation. Okay, also you can put certain experiences you want to experience next year into your calendar already. So plan it out. And the third thing, which is a fun game you can play with your peers or with your friends, okay, create an event. It can be either an online event if you're not physically in the same place, or even better, come together physically and create something like, an event and a party where you are dressing up, thinking, speaking, behaving as if you are already who you want to become next year. Okay, so play it out. Okay, share with you and share with you and pretend it's already the end of next year and say, oh my God, I'm so happy and proud and excited now that this year, this happened, this I achieved, this I experienced, this is what I learned, this is who I've become, this is the impact I've made. Okay? Play it out, share it with each other. You start creating it. You start manifesting it, you start making it real. Okay? Set up that party, set up that event, and play it out. Okay? So again, I hope, all these hints and tips are here to serve you, to inspire you, to motivate you. And as you always know, I always invite you to not just get inspired and say, oh, great idea, and then you forget about it again. No, take concrete action. Okay, so write down for yourself, like, what is the one thing that you heard me say that you want to take action on? Share it with us in the comments. We want to know what is the next step you take and what is happening as a result of it. We're here to cheer you on, to answer your questions, to support you, and to celebrate every progress you make. But for now, again, just enjoy the remaining hours of this amazing year. Celebrate what was good, and then get ready to embrace the opportunities that are coming your way. And don't only wait that they're coming your way, make them happen yourself. So have a fabulous ending of this year and an amazing new year, my dear friends. And we'll be back, promise, with another Inspiring Thought Thursday next year. So enjoy celebrations that are coming up. And as always, start the new year strong. If you're still taking vacation, I celebrate you. I congratulate you. Just enjoy it fully. And if you start working again already, keep doing your magic. Use the power of your voice. Speak up, scale up, and impact the world in a greater way. See you on the other side. See you in the new year again. Have a magical time. Until then, all the best. And know we appreciate you. And we celebrate with you, whatever you are celebrating right now. Okay? See you soon. See you next week on another Inspiring Thought Thursday. And in the meantime, in our community. Have a fabulous time. Until then, all the best. Cheers.